This is my first attempt at making my own micarta for knife handle scales. I'm making the scales for this knife, and I have 20 layers of 3 different materials all together. I have a kind of a lightweight brown denim, tan cotton, and then a burnt orange cotton. Those are going to be my layers, and I've doubled them up. Like I said, 20 layers all together. So I'm going to go ahead and mix my resin and get started. I've got 2 pieces of lumber that I'm going to use as a sandwich. Both of those are lined with plastic, and then I have wax paper on top of that. So okay, I used about half of my fiberglass resin. So according to the instructions, I need to use half of my tube of hardener. This stuff will only give me about 10 minutes of prep time. So I'll have 10 minutes to get it saturated, layered, and clamped before it sets up on me. That's the only downside to this product, is you gotta move quick. Don't have a lot of time to get it perfect. Just have to get it on there and go. So okay. I know from other videos that I've watched, it's very important that everything is saturated. If not, you'll have pockets and it won't turn out right. You'll have air pockets and things of that nature. So you definitely want to make sure that everything's thoroughly saturated. And you can see as I brush this on how the material goes from its natural color to a dark color, just like it would if you got it wet with water. So I can tell pretty easily that it's getting saturated. See right now, the part that's going to probably give me fits are the edges of this cotton material because it wants to roll up. So I'll do the best I can with it. I can't waste too much time on it. I just want to make sure that it's going to flatten out nice when I clamp it. So okay, 2 layers down. three down, that is. hopefully I'm not putting this resin on too thick. I've not done this before. First attempt, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm sure a lot of that excess resin will probably squeeze out if it's too thick. You notice that I've got a lot of I have a drop cloth down over the table that I'm working with. I have the wax paper, the plastic wrap. That's all in preparation because I knew this stuff was going to be extremely messy, and it is. So the more mess I can keep from creating, the better. Doesn't look like this is going to be too terrible as far as mess goes. So far I've managed to keep it on the cardboard that I had laid down, so that's promising. An idea that I saw one person do on YouTube was he had a little container, little rectangle shaped container, and he cut his pieces of material to the size of that container, and so all of his resin and all of his material pieces fit into that little mold, if you will. And I kind of like that because I can see how much resin I'm wasting, and with that particular idea you wouldn't have a lot of wasted resin, so might be something to try the next time I do this, maybe. Going through my resin pretty quick, so I guess if I run out, that's where I'll stop. But I'm going to keep going and shoot for my 20 layers. That's what I'd really like to do. I'd at least like to get 15 of the 20, but we'll